Aloha, namaste. I am coming on here to talk about our upcoming Virgo full moon that is happening on February 24th, Saturday at 7:30 a.m. exactly Eastern Standard Time. And so I'm recording this on February 22nd, also known as 222, the portal in numerology. And we are already in the full moon portal as well. The portal is open from 3 days before to 3 days after the full moon exacts. So at any time during this portal is a time to honor the full moon and to get any rituals done that you might want to participate in. I want to start out by talking about what Virgo is. Virgo is an earth sign. It's the second earth sign. It is associated with the forest and the animals and purity. Virgo is the virgin. I associate Virgo with the goddess Artemis. She is one that I feel very close to because I myself am a Virgo moon. She is a goddess of the moon, and she is known as the perpetual virgin in her mythology. She is also the huntress goddess, and she is a fierce protector of the forest and the animals that live there. And so if she caught you dishonoring the forest in any way or the animals, she would not show you mercy. She was fierce in her ability to protect. So she had a great cause that she was supporting and fighting for. And so what else Virgo rules is the ability to pay close attention to details. So they can sometimes be overly attentive to the details in a way that makes them a little bit of OCD or, anal retentive. It also can be really good for people who like to clean. This energy is really powerful around cleaning the house or cleaning out the insides, because Virgo also rules the gut and the microbiome. So we are being asked to clean ourselves out from the inside as well as clean our environment around us. So there's power in both of those. Virgo also is ruled by Mercury, which is the messenger god, also known as Hermes. And so it rules messaging, and it rules technology, right? So we had this blackout for all the major cities happening this past evening, and so that was pretty perfect for full moon in Virgo. And we also are being asked to maybe incorporate some writing in our rituals for this full moon. So maybe you want to incorporate a practice of journaling every day. Virgo rules our daily habits and our routines. One thing you could do for this full moon is to write down something that you would like to banish from your life, something that you are completed with, something that you want to let go of or release, because the full moon is about releasing and about coming to completion. You're coming to the fullness of something, and then we're going to start to wane after that, which means disseminate. And so if you want to, you can use the earth element with this ritual as well. You can write down your intention of something you want to let go of, and you could bury it in the ground and give it back to the earth. That would be a wonderful ritual. The other more mundane ritual that I would suggest is literally cleaning your house, literally getting rid of anything that's no longer serving you, cleaning out your drawers, cleaning out anything that is just hanging around that you're holding on to that's weighing you down. And as far as the intentions go for writing things down, you could write down something that you are asking yourself, what is standing in the way of me and my purification process? So we have just entered into Pisces season. The sun entered Pisces on the 19th. And Pisces can also be known for substance abuse and escapism. Pisces rules the dream world, the astral world, the spiritual world. So there can be a tendency for us to take that in the wrong way and to use it as escapism through substances or through really anything. So maybe there's a substance that we're using, maybe there's a unhealthy food habit that we were wanting to get rid of and cleaning up our diet, so that therefore we're cleaning up our microbiome, having a more healthy gut. Virgo is quite the self-critic. It has a very loud self-critical voice sometimes, and it can also be quite critical of others. But this is rooted from a discerning point, right? Virgo is very discerning because it wants to be very particular about what goes into their body, what's around them, how they are spending their energy, what they're consuming energetically and physically. So we have a tendency to be self-critical, but with this awareness and learning through the lessons of Virgo, we can have that awareness and we can observe and step back and say, okay, this is what's happening, but I'm gonna change this, and I'm gonna use a nicer self-voice, and I'm gonna put that self-critic down because it's not getting me anywhere. We have to remember with the perfectionist tendencies of Virgo that nothing is perfect and everything is perfect all at the same time. There's this aspect of trust that we're asked to lean into, and when we trust that all is working out perfectly, we can trust that even when things aren't perfect, that's just part of the journey. Virgo can get so caught up in the perfectionist and attention to detail that we lose any self happiness or comfort or pleasure in the process of things happening. So we want to make sure that we're enjoying the process and we're having grace for ourselves. We're dropping those self-critical voices and we're giving ourselves just some more grace around not having everything perfect. Virgo really likes to plan things out, so that could be another ritual that we use for this full moon, is writing down once again a plan of action that we want to maybe see play out in the next full moon cycle, in the next cycle, or we maybe could plan it even more ahead of time and plan it for 6 months from now when we'll have the new moon in Virgo, or maybe even a year from now when we have another full moon in Virgo. So, or maybe all three, depending on what you want to do here. You can use that as a ritual as well. Very favorable to write things down. Again, with the daily habits, maybe you start to cultivate a daily journaling routine. Maybe you are eliminating something from your diet that is no longer serving you. Maybe you are just going to commit to moving your body in a new way, right? The body is also the gut, right? If we start to maybe incorporate a yoga practice or a meditation practice, anything that helps calm the body and bring more balance, that is beautiful for this full moon as well. And what else I would like to say is that this full moon is squaring Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Taurus, which is another earth sign. So we have these strong themes of looking at the 3D, looking at our physical bodies, looking at our habits in our daily life, things that we're doing in this physical reality. Yes, we have a lot of Pisces happening. Actually, Mercury, the ruler of Virgo, is going to move into Pisces tomorrow. So that's also going to play a part in this full moon. And then we also have 3 planets still in Aquarius. So we have this like revolutionary energy still at play. We have Mars and Venus still in a wider conjunction, which means they're close together in Aquarius, and it's still quite close to Pluto, which they both have also come in conjunction with in the past few weeks. So we have Pluto, Mars, and Venus all still in Aquarius, which might bring some revolutionary energy to things related to the earth. I know personally for me, I have been a little bit more vocal about my vegan diet, and I feel like that is in the name of being a revolutionary and wanting to speak about that. So getting the message out, Mercury, and wanting to advocate for my body, for health and the gut health of the world and of myself. And also, veganism, I believe, is in alignment with protecting the earth and protecting the animals, as well as protecting myself and my health. So cleaning up my health and my ability to share that message as well. So all of these things are happening. I know it's a lot. We are moving with grace through this dance of the cosmos. We are having grace for ourselves, and we're not going to fall into these shadow aspects of Virgo. We're going to be the fierce, sovereign warriors in protecting what we believe is worth protecting. And we are willing to integrate new daily habits in our own favor that's ultimately going to help us purify and to, create those habits with consistency so that it becomes a daily part of our lives. It's not just like this new thing that is a little bit intimidating at first. If we keep going every single day, it just becomes part of us. I know there's that saying, what would have happened if you started now? What would happen in a year if you start now? And for me, I've felt very proud of my new daily habits, even from this new year. I have not drank alcohol all this year so far, which has, barely been 2 months, but it is becoming more and more of a daily thing for me. It's not so intimidating as it was at the beginning of the year when I thought, oh, I'm gonna go a year without drinking. That was a little bit intimidating, but now that I'm almost 2 months into it, it's like I don't even think about drinking really. So we can change and rewire the toxic and the unhealthy thought patterns that we are carrying and that we're conditioned by. We have the ability to rewire the mind. Mercury is the mind. So we can use these daily habits, these daily physical actions in our 3D reality to help us to reframe and rewire our consciousness. So I think that is about all that I can say in this shorter amount of time. I'm trying to keep these a little bit more condensed, even though there is so much more to say. I think the last thing I will say is there has been some misinterpretation about what Jupiter in Taurus means. And I want to just say that if you are interpreting it as there's an abundance of earth to go around, there is an abundance of resources that the earth is willing to give us without any consequence from humans or from any consequence about, carbon footprints or over exacerbating your needs and taking more than you need because you believe that there's abundance. I want to respectfully mention that I believe that Jupiter in Taurus means that we are expanding, right? Jupiter is expansion and evolution. We are expanding and evolving our awareness of the earth. Jupiter in Taurus. Taurus is literally the surface of the earth. So crops, especially, Taurus is the cow. So we're being asked to look at the cow, specifically beef, livestock of any kind. And I think we need to look at the, yes, abundance that we do have, but what what if we reframed the abundance in a way that we have all these people that eat land animals and they're limited to these specific animals versus looking at a plant-based diet which has literally thousands of species to eat and choose from. So I'd say that is more abundant than being restricted in this old way of programming that we've all been literally spoon-fed our entire lives. And without going into any more detail there, I'll come down off my soapbox, but I want us all to feel empowered and feel like we do have choices. We are not trapped by these self-critical thoughts. We are not trapped by these ideas that everything has to be perfect. We are not trapped in these old toxic ways that seem to get everybody sick, and we have no other way out. Like we don't open our minds enough to explore these other options because we've been conditioned to think that they're not good. And who has done the conditioning? Anyways, that's its own thing. I just want everyone to feel empowered, like I said, and that is definitely Pluto and Aquarius. We are being empowered to revolutionize and to take a stand for what is right and what is for the greater good and what is innovative and out of the box. We're breaking out of this box that the mind and our conditioning has kept us stuck in for so long. So let us keep moving through this dance, keep learning, and keep just finding our way through these unprecedented times, because we are truly pioneering right now. North Node in Aries, we are forging new paths where no one has gone before. So there is a lot of scary feelings around that, but Aries gives us courage. We have that North Node in Aries, which is Mars, courage. We might have to go to war about some things that we need to forge our way through, right? We need to be fearless about forging this new path, and we need to be able to fight for what is important for us, right? Like we need to be a little bit selfish in fighting for what we know is worth fighting for. And with all that being said, I hope that you can have a wonderful Virgo full moon. I hope that this energy can be a beautiful lesson and an opportunity for us to grow and learn and evolve together in the most healthy and highest form. Thank you all so much.